and ask a question about. Looks like his daughter. Brian, welcome to the program.
Hey, thank you so much for having me on.
You're welcome. Talk to me.
Sure. So I have a daughter. She's almost 6 years old. Her mother and I got divorced, or we separated when she was about 6 months old, and then
No.
um, got divorced after that. And so essentially, all my daughter is known as her mother and father apart.
Hmm.
Probably about the last year or so, she's been kind of having these little meltdowns where she'll say she wants mommy, daddy, and then I kind of probe at what she's asking for, and it turns out that's kind of her term for she wants us to be together, and she doesn't
Oh,
understand
really?
why we don't live together. She doesn't understand why we
Hmm.
can't live at mommy's house or mommy can't live at our house, or
Hmm.
why we can't just do things together. And so it's kind of heartbreaking sometimes. I don't really know how to explain that best to a 6-year-old, and she just wants her mom and dad to
Yeah.
to be together. And
She wants something that's very normal to want, right?
yeah, exactly. And I've tried, and it's been probably about a year since she started saying the mommy daddy thing. But I would I would ask her mother, my ex-wife, to go do something like, hey, can we all just get together and go get some dinner, or go get some ice cream, or just go do something so that our daughter can see that we have a healthy
Yeah.
relationship even though we're not together. And we did that a few times, but it's just kind of fallen on the back burner. And when I ask my ex-wife about it, she doesn't really seem interested, and she doesn't really want to try to do that. So I don't know if that's something that I should
Okay.
even push for at this point.
Well, is she an active parent? What do y'all have, like equal custody? How does that work?
Yeah, so we have 50-50 custody, so we do have equal parenting time.
And is she
So
active and involved? And is she a good working partner with you in that?
um, I don't want to really talk too negatively about it. Just from the information that I gather from my daughter, she doesn't really parent her very well, and I don't really talk to my ex too much about it because I feel like I might say something that I don't really want to say. But when I ask my daughter about, well, what did you do at mommy's
Okay.
house? Oh, I just played on my tablet all night. Well, did mommy play with you? Did she read books? Did she do anything to kind of help develop you? And it's always just no. She just kind of doesn't really do much with her. And
Hmm. That's sad. Okay. Have you guys ever been to like a good what could I call this? You know, basically, hold on a second, my screen is messing up right here. There. Can you see me? There you go. Okay. Um, I mean, even a good child psychologist, um, I would I would really invite her to, our daughter's 6 years old. Up until now it's kind of been, just kind of supervising and, really easy stuff with somebody's 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? It's going to get a little more
Mhm.
complicated. She's going to be going to school. She's going to get activities. There's going to be stuff, and I'd really like to go. She's going to be in different developmental phases. I'd like to go talk to somebody together, and let's really figure out how we can best live out our roles, you know,
Mhm.
in and as partners. Obviously we couldn't be married. We didn't make that work. But what we could do is we have a strong mutual interest here in that we want what's best for our daughter. And so why don't we go get somebody to coach us on what our roles ought to be and how we best do that? Would she do that?
Uh, if I had to say yes or no right now, I'd probably say no. She just doesn't really seem to have a lot of time or want to make a lot of time to do any extra, to put forth any extra effort like that. I mean, I can certainly ask, but it's not
I would
hopeful,
try.
unfortunately.
I would try,
Yeah.
and I would continue to try, and I would come back and I'd ask again. And then what you might want
Mhm.
to do is you can go see one because your daughter is going to go through some different developmental stages here. You could go see one, and
Mhm.
if you're doing it, then that makes it easier along the way. Say, I am seeing Doctor So and So about our daughter. I'm getting some helpful input. I'd love it if you join me, and just keep inviting her. Now, to the other question
Mhm.
though, how to respond to your daughter when I would continue to invite her. Let's take her out together. Let's go to her games together. Or whatever. You don't, it's a fine line. You don't want to develop the fantasy that, oh, mommy and daddy are, but what you do want to show them is that you are both equally together interested in her well being. That's the bottom line message a child needs. If they can't have mommy and daddy
Mhm.
together, they need to know mommy and daddy are together and that I'm the most important thing to them.
Mhm.
And I would present her with a question of how can we show her that both of us are really, really for her and want to help her and invite her to
Mhm.
do that. Now, in relation to your daughter specifically, you just sympathize, you say, yeah, that would really be nice if we could be together. How does it make you feel when we can't? Because we can't do that. We have to spend time with you, each one of us on our own. But what's that like for you? And just pull it out and just care about it and empathize and say, yeah, that would be nice. I wish we could do that too. We can't, but empathize and understand and pull it out of her. But as most you can,
Yeah.
show her a united front. Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes you make the best of what you got. And one of the things I do hear that she's got is she's got a dad that really, really cares. And I'm going to tell you, just the few ways that you've illustrated how you talk to her, this little girl's going to know that.
Yeah.
And that is going to give her a lot of strength that is immeasurable that you can't even know right now. So God bless you for that and continue to do it.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Okay. Thank you for your call, and I hope she will go and join you in this effort for this little girl.